Good day, friends. I hope you're doing well. It's Frankyrose. Welcome to the channel. So, we're going to be doing some work with Darkness Exposed. So, we're going to go through a lot of the things that have been happening in this case. It's turned into, in my opinion, almost a shit show. It's, yeah, what people are doing, it's just blowing me away. So, yeah, we're going to discuss that. So, in the meantime, I thought maybe we would take a fast look at what was going on yesterday. It's been crazy there. We'll do this at first. I hope you guys can hear me okay. File not found. All right. Let's see, maybe this one will do it. Yeah, it's been crazy what's been going on there. It's just been blowing me away. So, let's see. Hopefully this volume is okay. Yeah, isn't that something? And going on at that house has just been insane. I'm trying to. There we go. Yeah, it's just been crazy what's been going on there. Um, Let me see. I just check real fast. We're good there. I'll just checking to see if that stream, if Darkness Exposed is ready. So is this there's one in particular I'm looking for, and it's Bullhorn Betty, and she's having an argument with the mother, the grandmother, Lee Joe. What a family. She literally has compared her family to Shameless. Let's see here. Okay. I don't see movement. Let me see. I'm going to check over here again. So literally, this is what's been going on there. Those poor neighbors. Look at how close that other house is. Ugh. Wow. This has literally been going on like 24/7. No break for those neighbors. Nothing. Unreal. So the amount of people that have been going here has varied from, I mean, I've seen this street just packed. I've seen people knocking on their windows, and it's just like, whoa. Oh, okay then. All good. So I'm going to see if that's true. Oh, here we go. Okay. So it looks like she's having some technical difficulties. So maybe what I'll do is check and see how you guys are doing over here. Okay. Hey, James, how are you doing? And Dandy, nice to see you guys. She's having some difficulties right now, Dandy. So, just kind of waiting to see. She's having problems with her earpieces. So, I've been doing. Let me take a look now. I'm gonna wing it a little bit more than I was gonna. I didn't know that. I didn't have anything prepared. So let's go over here. Share screen. So how have you guys been doing? I'd love to know what you guys think about this shit show that's been going on. It's like, uh, okay, there's Leilani, but that's not what I was looking for. Oh, poor baby, eh? Back in the landfill. 17 days now. $250,000 reward. Chatham County Police have been given $250,000 to fund their ongoing search for Quinton. The county's Board of Commissions approved the request on Friday, allowing to reallocate money from a school zone camera fund. We've never had an investigation of this magnitude in the 5 years of this department's existence. Unreal. Okay, so I'm going to pop back here again. I'm coming to you guys. Sorry, guys. Yeah, shameless. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? So I'm trying to find how I'm winging it a little bit. Okay. Oh, I can do it this way, I do believe. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go over here. I can't get on there. What extra money go towards? I have to Sorry guys, I'm having some difficulties my own self now. I've got an echo. Do I have an echo on your side? Wonder if I'm okay now? Oh, still. Okay. Can you guys hear me? No echo there? Sounds good? Okay. Let's see here. I don't think it's helping anyone, especially Quinton, for people acting. Oh, you know what, Dandy? I so agree. It has been a massive shit show. Last night, what I was seeing, I couldn't believe it. It's like, oh my God, where did the adult behavior go? And some of them are just, they're too aggressive. Okay, this is a little snippet. I'm going to pause this and bring you over. And, ta-da. This is some of the stuff that a person was saying. Hey, how you doing there? There we go. Darkness exposed as having some technical difficulties. So I just put this on. Ickedmel showed it. He's awesome. People, you check him out.
We feel like whatever Leilani's story doesn't add up. I've been talking with the baby's father, with Quinton's father. I've been talking with him all day yesterday. And he's already been questioned, and they've already went to his job and went to his home, and Quinton's not there, which is, I didn't think he would be anyway. Why Leilani would even come up with a story like that, I don't even know.
And that's your daughter?
Yes.
That's his mom?
Yes.
Have you tried?
Leilani's my daughter's 22. She hasn't always done the right things. Sometimes she does really great, and sometimes she doesn't.
Quinton's grandparents say the boy's mother's story does not make sense.
She's lied to us so many times, and I don't know, it's just bad to say, but she just likes to lie.
My kids woke up to me screaming, "Where's Quinton?" and running through the house. I ran and looked everywhere, inside, outside. She started screaming for help.
Yeah. So she's a very practiced liar. This is an issue, right? Unreal. I'll come back over here for a second, you guys. I know. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I'll see what else I can find on yesterday or last night. Like it's just, I don't understand how people can behave this way. Like it looks like a bunch of high school kids out there fighting and arguing with people with, I don't know, I'm not going to say a whole lot. I just thought it was horrible. So we just watched. Let's see here. Watch a little bit of this. Okay, guys. Right? Okay, let's go over here for a second. And yeah, I honestly had no idea that wasn't prepared. Sorry, guys.
19 days since little Quinton Simon went missing. Chatham County Police say the child is likely dead, but they say they intend to find his remains and bring him home nonetheless. Since this case began, dozens of investigators comprised of FBI agents, police officers, and deputies have been working to find the boy. Initially, they searched by air with helicopters and drones, then on the ground with dogs. Now that search is concentrated on a landfill in West Chatham County.
This is just unfathomable. Like, I am literally shocked that people can do this to their own children. I mean, to children at all.
Some of the investigators are working more than 12-hour days. As you can imagine, the cost of all this is significant. WSAV's investigative reporter Brett Buffington joining us now live from the neighborhood where Quinton's family lives with a look at the cost of the search and who is paying for it.
Ben, those investigators have told us that some of them are working as long as 18-hour days. Of course, that's overtime that wasn't budgeted for, and that is just one expense.
Can you imagine how much money they're putting into this?
The police department is incurring on this case.
Over the weekend, the search at this landfill was on pause. The Chatham County Police Department said
I still cannot believe that, sorry, right here. I still cannot believe that those people are in there getting pissed sideways. It blows my mind.
That they used those days to conduct interviews while the dump was closed.
Request approval of the following budget amendments and transfer.
On Friday, it became clear how expensive this case has become.
$250,000 fund balance from the Special Speed Camera Fund to CCPD.
Chatham County Commissioners approved moving $250,000 to help offset the cost. That money not from taxpayers, but from the fines collected from the
Wow, $250,000 more.
county school zone cameras.
We have yet to locate Quinton at this time. It's
In the days after the search started.
Absolutely, Mexi. You know, I mean, they have to find this child. So it costs what it costs, in my opinion. But what was that house thinking when they allowed for this to happen?
Please don't ask him any questions.
Commissioners were briefed on Quinton's case. Now, 3 weeks later, the police department today told us the cost of this search has become significant,
I wonder if they take PayPal.
but added investigators will not slow down looking for the missing little boy's body. Police have still yet to charge anyone. Last week, we showed you the only suspect.
You see, and I don't understand this. How could they go out and do this? I wouldn't be eating. I wouldn't be drinking. I would be throwing up all over the place if my child was gone. This is not how a mother reacts.
Quinton's mom, Leilani, out at a Tybee Island bar. Those investigators, they took the weekend off. They said that they would be doing interviews over the weekend and not specifically being out in that landfill. That search, it resumed this morning at sunup. We've watched over the last week as they worked from sunup till about 5 o'clock. Today, we've learned they did not find anything significant in their efforts.
Yeah, they need to find this little boy. Absolutely. Now, let's see if this is the one. I'll have to just maybe search for bullhorn. Oh, still not. Okay, that was the one that the file was not found. Okay, here's one on the protesting. You know, I am not totally against protesting. I just have some sympathy for neighbors.
Well, new tonight, a heartbreaking search underway in Georgia for a missing toddler. Police are sifting through trash at a landfill for the remains of 20-month-old Quinton Simon. Investigators say they have strong evidence the body will be found at the landfill just outside Savannah. Police did not say what that evidence was. Quinton was reported missing nearly 2 weeks ago by his mother. She called 911 saying her son was missing from his playpen inside their home. After a search, investigators now identify her as the lead suspect in the case.
We know that this is going to be a physically, mentally, and emotionally grueling task for our investigators and team. Yesterday, our team posted this picture of Quinton here on the wall of this operations center as a reminder of who we are searching for and why we continue to work so terribly hard.
Officials confirm Quinton's mother has not been arrested or charged in the case. Authorities say they still aren't ready to press charges. Their main focus remains on finding Quinton.
Yeah, isn't that something?
January 6th, this committee.
Okay, so we're going to go over here. Darkness Exposed is sending me some of her links. Thank you. Thank you, Darkness Exposed. Whoa. Joe, you rock. Thank you. I am going to jump over here. Did you want to jump up, Joe? Okay, I'm going to jump back here. And do you want to jump in? I'll send you the link. Oh, you rock. Here it comes. Thanks, guys, for being so patient. You know, we just want Quinton home. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Okay, sounds great. Yay! Okay, I'm just going back to see what you guys had to say. You guys always have like the best conversations in chat. I love joining in, and to me, this is what a think tank is, right? Excuse me. Okay, let's go back here. Mexi doesn't always do the right thing. This is not a thing about turning right instead of left. Right? She lost a whole child. Yeah, like, this is disgusting. It really is. Dandy, she's a liar. I don't know where she came up with that. Okie dokie. I think the whole bunch is strung. Yeah. Do you know what? I have to agree. Like, yeah, the shit show it's turned into. That's right. Mexi, there's a child missing, and this is why we pay taxes. Spend whatever you need and shut up about it. This child needs to be found. I couldn't agree more. Darkness exposed. Joe. Audio issues. Hey, just jump up whenever you're ready. It's all good. There we go. I agree with you. Stop bitching and start looking. Exactly, Mexi. There should be a limit of funds for cases, or an unlimited. Right, James? Yeah. Yeah, I'd be searching too. Like, not barricading myself in a house and a backyard. Like, there's even people out there that, other YouTubers and what have you, they're out there droning. All of that place. Darkness, I certainly wouldn't be fighting with protesters who can connect the dots. Well, and this is the thing. This is the thing. No, I just don't like what some of them are doing. But, I did hear one guy said, really, the true crime community is large. And we do not all conduct ourselves in the same way. So that's just one side. I'm sorry. Weather's changing. That's just one tiny part of a whole. I wouldn't be working out there doing that, but that's me, right? Maybe in the day I'd walk with a couple signs or something, but to me, like, if this was happening in Canada, it would be called disturbing the peace. So I can't say I understand. Dandy, that's what a perpetrator of a crime act like, right? Not at all are they concerned. Yeah, I noticed that, Darkness, and that is great. We've talked, so I think she's going to be joining me. Right? Yay! She's coming up now, so I will watch. I will watch. Wonder if I can do this. There she is. Hello.
Hello.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. We are in the process of switching streaming services, and I think that's what did it. So I am joined off my cell phone, so I can't really see too much.
Well, We can just kind of, can you see, like, do you see the screen at all? Like, we can go through the stuff that you had, is what I'm wondering about. Hello? Okay, maybe something's going on with the volume. I don't think it's on my side.
I'm back.
There we go.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
So, do I add them both?
Uh-oh. No, remove one of them.
Okay.
Kick one from the stream.
Kick out. You just get the hell out of here. There you go.
Okay, hang on. Am I still... Okay, you can still hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I can't see the chat, but I can see what is, I can see what's on my screen. So,
Okay. Okay.
So let's see. What do we want to go over first? Do we want to look at what
Now,
happened?
are you going to share your screen? Is that how that'll work?
I can't. I can't.
Okay, so I'll bring it up.
Yeah. Pull up the YouTube link of Chronicles with Olivia.
Okay.
Now, she works with Bullhorn Betty, but what she puts out is very, usually, in my opinion, very ethical and very respectful. And, you know, her videos are the ones that she edits together. They're absolutely beautiful.
They are.
And what she did is last night on the live stream, on her live stream, she ended up calling Betty to get there. And it was an absolute circus.
So it's the drunken public one I should bring up?
Yep, that one.
Okay. Okay.
They were drunk, they were high, and they tried to fight the protesters.
Oh, I seen that.
Yes.
Like, unreal. That was Leilani, wasn't it? That came out?
I believe, just from zooming in and, you know, looking at it in my editing software, it looks like it was Billy Joe and somebody else, and Leilani was at the gate.
Okay. Okay. Well, who was the one that came running out? Like, I thought that was the... Let's watch it.
Yeah. Because it's right at the beginning.
Here we go. Okay, I just have to stop right there. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come again? Sorry, Joe.
And they were, oh yeah, here comes with the gate.
Yeah.
So, you know, not only, in my opinion, in the public, they are now trying to spin a narrative. And they're trying to spin a narrative of the blame game. You know, Leilani initially blamed Quinton's father, and now he's spoken out. I sent you that article. And then Leilani and Billy Joe spoke out last night on camera, or yesterday on camera, and I think that was the biggest, that was the worst decision that they could have possibly done.
I agree.
Especially Leilani. You know, with Billy Joe, I see sincerity there. I see true grief.
Oh,
But Leilani, I don't.
Nope, I agree.
And then I also sent you the video from 19 days ago where Billy Joe and Tommy were interviewed on camera.
You betcha.
And they said that Leilani has been known to lie.
They called her, like, she always lies.
That she always lies. Yeah. Is the chat able to hear me, or am I just backstage?
No, I think you're... Let's go. I've added you. Can you guys
hear me? Because I have my volume on the... what I have is I'm sitting down with my phone, and I've cast your video to my TV so I can see what you're sharing, but my StreamYard is just on the home screen. It's not letting me actually. Well, let me see something.
James said the audio is good.
There, now I can see. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay, audio's good. Yep, everybody can hear me. Okay, good deal.
So, right, Dandy, them speaking out was awesome. It just made them look that much more guilty.
Yeah. Oh, good. Beetle Guys is in here.
Hello, Beetle Guys.
I am so glad.
So, did you put something over on your?
Yes, I did. I pinned your link to my chat,
so they can watch you.
So they can, they can come over here, and then I'll go live tonight. I have it scheduled for 8:00 because then my husband will be home and he can fix my audio.
Perfect.
Because when it comes to tech issues, I am tech stupid, and so I tried to video call him, and we tried to go through it and couldn't figure it out. So he's like, all right, I'll just do it when I get home. But I had everything prepared and pulled up and ready to go, so I just sent that all to you.
Which is perfect because of course I had nothing prepared because I was just coming on. Like I was coming on as a guest, right?
Oh wow, yeah, that's right.
I'm starting to scramble here. It's like, okay, well, we can watch this for a second while I'm looking for this and this and this.
Right,
so,
right.
When you started sending me some stuff, it was like, oh la la la.
So I found that. So this video, yes, so it is showtime, exactly. So we're gonna, we'll go over it on my channel too, because I definitely have some things to say, and so does my husband. We've been following this together. Well, actually, my whole family has been really invested, and being that we're in Georgia, it really hits me, and to see on our local news how everything is just political because you got Kemp arguing with Abrams and all of that, and it's like, wait a minute, there's a little boy in a landfill, and you guys are arguing over who paid for what, and who wants this and who wants that, and vote this and vote that. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Where's the advocacy for the kids?
Yeah. My husband is the political one. I don't do politics.
So is mine.
At all.
Yeah, me either.
So I do the true crime, and I have my entire life. This isn't a new thing. It's just I never knew there was a platform up until I didn't know. So when I got into this, I just basically jumped in. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was going to do. Yeah. It just kind of started snowballing. And it was like...
Yes, exactly. It's like, this isn't what my channel was initially, started for. My initial channel was just to spread awareness for the missing. Well, Quinton is technically missing, but I try to, I cover other things to bring in new eyes to make sure that these cases get more coverage because they desperately need it.
They do.
And
they do.
This should be everywhere. This should be on every local news station that they are searching for a little boy
Mississippi
in a landfill. And I was doing some research today. And in 2000, I want to reference back. No, Mississippi Granny, you're not late because we're just really getting started.
You bet.
In 2019, actually, he went missing before then. A little boy named Duke Flores went missing out of Victorville, California. He was they ultimately searched in the landfill, and they stopped that search in 2019, and he still has not ever been found. His family had to plead guilty in order for him to get justice. And, one thing that Billy Joe told me early on in our private conversation is that if Leilani did something, that she would make her tell the truth. Well, it's time to make her tell the truth, because I'm sorry, that WTOC interview was not the truth. And she knows it. I know it. And
Yeah.
if anybody in the world doesn't believe it, just go back through everything and start connecting the dots.
Exactly.
I went back through, and I'm going to do that on my channel, but I went back through the entire press conference again, and I clipped out certain portions that are very, very significant. You know, the evidence led them to the landfill because they have evidence of a specific dumpster at a specific location. Well, if he was put in a dumpster at a specific location, and they are looking for him in that location, and he is presumed dead, then this is not an abduction case.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You know, like you were saying earlier, like Billy Joe, she's got her personal problems. Absolutely. But whatever. She looks like she is in a boatload of pain.
She does.
Like, oh
She does.
my God. Like, I know she's doing whatever. They're being antagonized too. Like, I'm not sticking up for them at all.
Yes.
But if someone was standing outside my house with a blowhorn,
I would get upset too. Absolutely. But
and the neighbors. So
and the neighbors. Yes.
That's what I think of. Not necessarily that household.
Yeah, but the neighbors. You know, if they were on, like, let's say the Wells property, you know, that's different. You know, that's that's rural. That's neighbors are not close. That's different. But not behaving in the way they are.
No, they didn't love him enough. They didn't.
Right.
Plain and simple.
And you know, the one big problem I see, and I told Billy Joe this early on, and she she specifically said that she was 15 years sober. Well, I'd like to know who in that backyard said either cocaine is okay when you are in pain, or
yeah,
so it was something like that. So if she's truly been sober for 15 years, then I want to know why cocaine is okay now.
Right.
Why is it okay to continue the cycle of substance abuse? Why is it okay to continue the cycle of generational dysfunction?
It's not okay.
It's not. It's absolutely not. And I guess maybe that's why I'm so passionate about this case, because I lived in generational dysfunction for so long. Yes, I wasn't addicted to cocaine, but I was an addict. I was, I was abused. And before that, my mother and uncles, they were abused. And and so, I
the way
see
it goes
it
down the line.
Yeah.
And someone has to stop it.
Someone has to stop it. Someone has to break the cycle. And it takes tragedy. And, with me, it took hitting rock bottom a few times. But
and we've all got our own rock bottom, you know. So what are these people's rock bottom if this isn't it?
Exactly. Exactly. If this isn't it, then what is it going to take to get them to wake up and to stop enabling this crap, to stop doing it, to stop getting drunk? I mean, yes, if you need to drink to take your mind off things, fine. But don't go to the point of excess that you're slapped down drunk.
Well, and the thing is when they're drinking, you see, I don't drink, but I did. And I drank way too much. Yeah. So when I was drinking, if something blew up in my world, pretty much time to not drink, because you cannot make any kind of decisions when you're on any kind of substance. They seem to be on every kind.
Yep.
But you don't drink when you're going through that stuff. It also is a depressant. Right. So, they're doing everything. And they're
They're just
actually having
continuing.
fun. Like
I
they're going.
know.
And
I
how do
know.
you do that? How do
How
you
do you have
twerk in a
fun
window?
when
How do
you're,
you go to a bar? How do you smile? I'd be vomiting.
yeah.
You know, they would. This is not. It's a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
It's a total shit show. It'll yeah. I don't know if the cops. I mean, they're getting a lot of flack as well. There's so much drama around this case that
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a lot of drama around this case. And, them speaking out on social media, I don't think was a good idea.
not for them. No.
If they wanted to talk through somebody, and make small statements, that's one thing. But to go on and, have
Yeah.
complete interviews, because then that person, whoever's talking, their past is going to come into play, and people are going to bring that up and throw that all over YouTube. And it's like, wait a minute, we're losing focus here. And that's why
the thing.
That's why
Yes.
that's why my title is Quinton Matters.
Right.
These people, they don't matter. It's
No, they
Quinton
don't.
that matters.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And they will get their just reward. And if
karma is a bitch.
Karma is an evil bitch. Absolutely. And it will always come around and bite you in the ass
Absolutely.
And I think my biggest problem with this, not with this video, because this video is what made me schedule this live, but and
I was up off and on through the night, and I follow a couple of the guys that they do short videos, but they cram their information in there. And the one guy, I would say their name and give him a shout out. I'm not remembering the names of the shows.
Evil Exists and Cinema Shogun.
Cinema Shogun, yeah.
Yes, he's great.
He is, and he gets, like, the information that he gets is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And he does. He will stay up all night long.
Oh, yeah.
To get stuff out. And it's like, oh my God, how are these people still awake? It's unreal.
I mean, I would be obviously everybody grieves differently, but knowing that it was substances and the generational dysfunction that landed them in this place to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it.
Yeah, it's true.
It's substances and dysfunction that led them to this point.
Yeah.
And if they're not going to wake up now, then when are they?
Yeah. Well, and this is it. This is it. Like I said, everybody's got their own bottom. So what is their bottom?
What is their bottom? Because if this isn't it, what's it going to take? I mean, already one life was lost because of this family. Now a second?
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
How many more?
And again,
how many more
there's
people?
another one, that brother.
Yeah.
Right?
How many more people have to die because of this family's dysfunction?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we got as far as 6 seconds in the first video.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. Me too. It's Mexi and I as well. This is what we do. And it's why it's a think tank. That's why I called it the think tank, because I do like to have the conversations and see everybody's opinions, because everybody has a view. And a lot of times the way they see things is part of your puzzle. I really think that think tanks are awesome. Everybody's got opinions, and I don't think any of them wrong,
Yeah, absolutely. Because everybody's, open to their opinion. And, the thing that I don't like is when people take someone's opinion, or they take their own opinion, and then they turn that to hate. I don't want them to think that I am sending any hate to the family, because that's not what I want to do.
This isn't about the family, like we were saying.
No, it's not. But I do want them to wake up before somebody else's life is taken.
Well, I'm really hoping that they can find Quinton and get these
Yeah,
charges laid.
I
Let
do.
us know what's going on.
I do too.
You know.
I think regardless, based on the evidence, I think that we will eventually see an arrest made, if not more than one.
That's what I'm wondering too.
And I do think it may take a while, but they're building a rock solid case. And if they have to go based only on circumstantial evidence because they don't have his body or they don't have his remains, then, you know, it's gonna come. It's gonna come. And I'm sure it is. It's because I'm sure that, you know, a lot of people say, oh, take in Leilani and interrogate her. Well, in my opinion, and this is just me from, you know, the many years that I have watched interrogations, and I've watched, you know, where they come in for the first interview and then they bring them back in after they have built their case.
Yes.
And then they slap down the evidence right in front of them and they can't deny it.
Like they just did with Adam Montgomery.
Exactly.
Yeah. They just let him out not long ago, and it was like, boom.
Yep.
You know, so I think they're doing the best they can. I'm not criticizing law enforcement in this at all.
Yeah.
You know, I really think they want to find him, and I think they want it to be solid.
I do too.
You know, and I mean, I'm going to put this up again. Beetle guys?
Beetle guys.
Beetle guys. Thank God Quinton's siblings are safe and away from them.
Are they? I mean, I know that they were originally put in CPS custody or DFACS custody, but just from the rumor mill. So I don't know if they're in foster care or if they were sent to, quote, safe family. Well, is that, quote, safe family truly safe?
So I read something today, and it did say that they were in foster care.
Okay, if that's the case, then that's a good thing.
Right. And originally I heard in the care of family. That's what I heard at first. So, I mean, I don't want to say 1,000% that's what it was, because news articles are sometimes off too.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So,
you can't believe everything that you see on the media, and you can't believe everything that you see on social media. That's
agreed.
Yeah. You have to be able to filter through it and see, okay, what's fact, what's fiction.
Right.
Or like on my channel, we call it what's fact, what's fluff. And
well said.
And it's there. But yeah, let's get into this. Let's watch this video. You might want to turn on closed caption so you see what they're saying.
Okay. How do I do that on here?
The little CC down on the bottom, where on the YouTube control. On your share on the screen that you're sharing.
Yeah.
The video where you have the video pulled up.
Yeah.
So on the opposite side of the play button, you're going to have the button to make it full screen. The next button is the button to cast. Yep. Go down. Okay. And then over. Keep going. No, the other way. Right there. The little CC. Yep.
Yay.
And then just click that.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So boom down. How do I okay.
Bitch, one fucking leg and you
look at this.
If you stop drinking and doing drugs, your grand.
I'm not going to do this the whole time. I just want to know, who is this person? Is that Leilani coming out?
Bitch, what?
Who's this person?
I don't know.
In the blue, because it almost looks like it's the mother that's behind, like Billy Joe.
Is it Billy Joe that's behind?
I think so.
I thought it was Billy Joe that was running out to attack.
But she's got dark hair.
It's so dark, it's hard to tell. And I mean, because I'm on my phone, so I can't really see it too clear. But
yeah, we'll see what maybe someone in the chat they can. What do you guys think?
Fucking leg and you can't. One leg and I scrub your ass. If you stop drinking and doing drugs, your grandson would not be dead right now. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty shit show, lady.
Quinton Simon's family has finally cracked. Last night, the eerie sound of a woman wailing from their backyard echoed through the still, dark night. Was it just a drunken outburst or an act?
now that's Billy Joe.
That's Billy Joe.
I'm almost. It sounds like Billy. To me, it sounds like Billy Joe, but it could be Leilani crying. I don't know.
Okay.
Because I've never really heard. I've only heard that one of the one video where the news caught the argument in the backyard during daylight.
Right. Okay.
So I mean, we know this family is obviously dysfunctional.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, what is this? I swear that's Leilani and Billy Joe.
That's what I initially thought.
Billy is pulling Leilani back. So I thought it was Leilani that came out too.
Okay.
Just due to the hair coloring.
That would make a lot of sense because it
is insanity.
It is Billy pulling Leilani back. Okay.
It's a male voice shouting, a young male, in my opinion.
Maybe that's Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Dandy. That's insanity. It's complete insanity.
It truly is.
Yeah, the young male could be either Michael or Paul. I mean, it could be anybody else, but knowing that they are two people that are involved. Yeah.
It is. I watched it earlier. Okay, Mississippi
Granny. I love her.
Right. Yeah. There's some great people in our
there is some amazing there's some really amazing people in our community.
There really is. There is. And I mean, we're all human, so I mean there's a lot of different ways to get this stuff out. Everyone's got their Bullhorn Betty and those guys, that's their way. They get down there, boots on the ground. And I couldn't do that.
Yeah, it's like, with me even being in Georgia, and I have friends down in South Georgia, so it wouldn't be abnormal for me to go down there.
Right.
But the only way that I will go down there is if I get this community gathering schedule, planned and all of that. That's still in the works.
Okay, send me some stuff on that and I'll share it.
I will.
Okay. Let's see here.
Just told her to get inside now. I just want to get It's the grandmother.
Yeah, you are. Lying. No truth speaking. Oh, I got all the truth. I got your own words and in your own handwriting, baby. You are drunk. Oh my God. You are drunk. You need to go sit down. You know what? You need to stop drinking and stop doing drugs. If you stop drinking and doing drugs, your grandson would not be dead right now. Your grandson would not be dead. Right, Nanny? You're drunk. You beat your own children. You've screwed every child you have up.
Whoa.
Don't come here and tell me I'm a liar. You're the only liar here. Don't you dare call me a liar. I have never lied about a damn thing in my life.
Now that we
I
know
shouldn't
is a
say
lie.
that. Maybe until I was 20.
Right?
You don't want me talking to you? Here's something. Why don't you quit talking to me? You are playing, and you're an idiot. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty shit show, lady.
Saging it. I'll see if anything else is.
No, I think that's pretty much the gist of the fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you want to pull up Leilani's interview with WTOC, I sent you that too.
Let's see here. Associated Press, Daily Mail. 19 days ago, second day for the search. That one there?
No.
Father reveals boy's mother. No. I'm not running.
Okay. Go to YouTube, go to WTOC.
Okay.
Because they uploaded it. WTOC. Mm-hmm.
Discusses harassment.
Yes, that one.
Okay. Let's do it.
Dropping things everywhere. Yeah.
Right. Good job.
And thanks so much for joining us for the news at 6. I'm Dawn Baker. In a WTOC exclusive, Leilani Simon, the mother of missing Chatham County toddler Quinton Simon, is speaking out tonight for the very first time since he was reported missing nearly 3 weeks ago. Chatham County Police and the FBI believe Quinton is dead and are actively searching a local landfill for his remains. Police say Leilani is the only suspect in his disappearance as well as his death. And tonight we have Team FBI believe Quinton.
Okay. So they're saying that she's the only suspect. Now, I'm still going back through that press conference because I know they're saying that she's the prime suspect, but I cannot recall them saying that she's the only suspect.
No. And there has been things floating around out there.
Yes, there has.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't think that she will necessarily be the only one that gets arrested.
I agree with you 100%. I agree. I mean, if nothing else, there is negligence in every single person that was in that house. I don't know.
Max Deeknike. We begin with Shay, who joins us live outside of the Simon home. Shay, what did she talk to you about?
Leilani and I spoke about a number of things, including what she remembers from the morning she first reported Quinton missing to what life has been like as the days have gone on, still with no sign of Quinton. I talked to Leilani as well as her mother, Billy Howell, who were both just distraught over Quinton's disappearance. They say they've been harassed in the days and weeks since Quinton disappeared, but Leilani wants everybody to know that she's not running away.
Unreal, eh? The horns.
And the horns into all times in the night.
Yeah. During the day?
During the day is one thing.
Yeah.
During the day is one thing. But when it turns, 6, 7 o'clock, knock it off.
Right. Right. And start again, when everybody's, there's kids in the neighborhood, there's families, there's people who work, they need their sleep.
School's in session. Imagine if there are kids in that neighborhood and they're having to listen to that at all times in the night. What is that doing for the other kids?
Exactly.
We need, we need to remember that Quinton is the one here that matters, not them. Yeah. Now, we can still go through and we can dissect, what they're saying and everything like that. But it's Quinton that we need to remember is at the forefront of our minds and our hearts and in our prayers.
That's the thing.
And I think about all the other kids, in that neighborhood that interacted with Quinton. There was a comment on social media from a mom that her little boy played with Quinton and she was absolutely heartbroken. So I think, okay, well, he needs to sleep too.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. What is this? Beetle guys, all that yelling last night.
Where was it? October 5th. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Where was it? October 5th. And, and we know that Leilani and Billy Joe get into it because they had a physical argument over laundry.
Is that what it was over? Was laundry?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Good Lord, Martha. Yeah. Billy didn't want Mom to get into a fight and go to jail, in my opinion. I agree, Mississippi, 100%.
Yes, I do too. And,
That interview,
that's another thing that she told me but she also said that she would make her tell the truth. Well, make her tell the truth.
It's time.
It's time. It's beyond time.
Yeah.
And yeah, this interview, this is, in my opinion, this is not truthful.
Exactly. And
on Leilani's part.
That interview makes me so angry.
Oh,
absolutely.
Me too.
This here, that's why my butt sits at home. That would probably be one of my biggest reasons for not being there.
Yeah.
It would upset me very much.
It upsets me, and I'm all the way up, 4 hours away.
I'm in Canada.
Yeah.
And it's like, but yeah, that's the thing. Like, it is very disturbing, and I just don't want it to get, take anything away from this search for Quinton. Like, this circus, I don't really think it's helping anything, but I mean, some people think this is the way, and I don't, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're all going to have opinions on how, when it gets dramatic, I bail.
Me too. Drama is very, very triggering for me. And I'm surprised that this hasn't triggered me, because it is not the physicality portion of it, but that it's, because this is so reminiscent of my own family's dynamics. At one point. Yeah. The dynamics that we had. And it wasn't until, it took me, sorry, I had a tickle. It took me 40 years to get some of my family to wake up. Some of my family still hasn't woken up. And, but I don't communicate with them anymore. And unfortunately, I've had to do some tough love with family. And I think that's what, really has to happen here is.
Well, to make change, you have to change everything around you as well.
You do. You absolutely do.
Yeah, you don't do it without a large effort. And some people aren't willing to put in the fight for it. You know? Yeah. I learned this is how I put it. I learned how not to be. That's what I learned. I didn't learn to, stopped it. Anything about mothering my child was exact opposite of how I grew up.
Yeah.
That cycle, I would never want my child to feel the way I did.
Oh, me either.
Right?
Me either. Trigger warning, but there's no way that I would take a freezer door and smash my child in the head over and over and over again. And
is that what he did?
No, that's my experience.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's something that happened to me.
Okay.
And,
yeah, I'm sorry. That's horrible.
But now I can talk about it. And now I can talk about, things that, I was told not to say anything, or I was told, with my mental health struggles, it's all in your head. No. And
well, actually it is. And I would like you to help me with that.
Right.
But, as far as mental health, it only really started being acknowledged in the last maybe 20 years, if even that.
If that, yeah.
Yeah. Doctors didn't understand a lot about that. So they would just be like, get over it and go home.
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely. But yeah, let's dive into this interview.
Let's do it.
Away.
I'm here. I've been here every day since this. I am not running and I'm not hiding. And if something does come up that I am at fault, I will take my...
So you're not running, you're not hiding, but yet when you left the first day, or, the first time that Brett Buffington and everybody was out there, and she was driving away and hid her face. So not hiding. Then when she went to court and had a mask on and ran to the truck, not running. Yes,
Yeah.
I understand you're not running because you don't have a passport.
Yeah. Or probably
But that doesn't
wouldn't
mean
let you
that
go
you're,
anywhere.
yeah, but that doesn't mean you're not trying to run from the responsibility.
Exactly. Well said. Yep.
Myself to that police station.
Chatham County Police have
He's just
repeatedly
beautiful.
said that though they've named Leilani the prime suspect in her son's disappearance and death, they don't believe she's a flight risk. Leilani says that she and her mother, Billy Howell, spend their days in the backyard of their home.
With more anger, not knowing what's happening, if that's even understandable. You wake up every day angry, hoping that you're going to get a phone call, and that.
I don't know. Billy Joe's face versus
I
her
know.
daughter's.
I know.
Right? Whoa.
Phone call just doesn't come.
CCPD and the FBI haven't released any details in the case and haven't said why they believe Quinton is in a landfill. Police say they're doing that to preserve any potential court cases down the line.
To come out of this, but mostly we want him not to be found.
Okay, right here.
We want him found.
Now, what she says next. What Leilani says next, and what she does, in my opinion, and this is only my opinion. So Billy Joe is talking, and we just want him found. So she's about ready to say something else, but Leilani cuts her off. And what Leilani says is, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, a load of crap. And she knows it, and Billy Joe knows it, and that's why Billy Joe reacts the way she does.
Okay. Okay. And look at the pain in Billy Joe's face versus Leilani.
Yes.
Leilani, she doesn't have a tear. She doesn't. One of the programs I was watching said the best way to know if a person is crying is they've got snot coming out of their nose.
Yes.
Because if you don't see that, chances are really good they're not crying, because that's something that it just happens naturally.
Yeah.
And you can't, I mean, and I got thinking about it, and it's
your
like,
nose gets red, your nose gets red, your eyes get red. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not exhibiting any physical features, unlike Billy.
Right.
Look at Billy. She's flushed. You could tell that she's been crying. So I'm sure that this is traumatic for her, but she has responsibility in this too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Happy and alive. We want him back in our arms, holding us. This is what we want. We just hoping that he's
That
in
reaction
somebody's
right
house
there.
and they're feeding him, and they.
Go back here.
House and they're feeding him, and they are hoping that, maybe they wanted a baby or couldn't have a baby. Maybe they thought they were his savior. But it's not. That's their best hopes at this point.
Oh, good point, Mecky. Good point.
Chatham County Police say they have no reason to believe.
Let's see here.
Good point. Did I pronounce that right?
Mexi-texi.
Mexi. Sorry.
Mexi.
Your
Well, your
whole
whole
face
face
contorts when you show sadness or crying, or to show sadness or crying. If you put your hand over Leilani's top half of the face, does the bottom say she's crying? Absolutely not.
Well said.
I mean, I can hardly talk when I'm crying.
Oh, right.
When I get really worked up, as much as that interview would have me worked up, I would be a basket case. You wouldn't be able to get a word out of my mouth.
Yeah. No, there's just, right, James? The mother's face says it all.
Yes.
And that's the thing. She, there's nothing that shows true emotion.
Nope, not there.
It's like she's trying to stare into Leilani's soul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. What the hell have you done, child?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I thought, and my husband thought when we watched it last night, because I put it on the TV, and I said, "Hey, you got to watch this," because he's my conscience, and had I listened to him Had I listened to him in our first, 20 years, I'd probably wouldn't be in the position that I'm in. But, would I change anything? And yeah, I'd probably change a lot. But would I change the learning experiences that I have had because of it? No.
Right.
No.
Exactly. No, live and learn. Okay.
Oh, your puppy's not happy.
No, she wants to go out. So I'll put this on and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Believe that Quinton was abducted or kidnapped, and they have evidence that suggests he was placed in a dumpster and that his remains are in the landfill that they're currently searching. Leilani Simon hasn't been charged with anything at this time, but police say she is the only suspect in her son's disappearance. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. Live in Chatham County, Sh3t, WTOC News.
Now, she's the prime suspect. We don't necessarily know if she's the only suspect.
Good afternoon,
and
folks.
we'll go.
Thank you very much for being with me today.
Grady Judd's coming up automatically on autoplay.
I'm going to update you on a video clip that I did early this morning. And this
I love Grady Judd, though.
Right.
Okay. I'm like, I love Grady anyway. Oh my gosh. Remember the, well, of course you're going to remember because you covered it. The, just came in as breaking news. The St. Louis school gunman was armed with over 600 rounds of ammo and left behind a note.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And he was what, 15?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet, but I will.
Oh. I love this guy, Grady, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got such a laid-back way of getting his message across.
Oh, he does.
Just the tone of his voice will do it.
I don't do the political stuff or anything because I can't vote. But, this is one case that has me saying, hey, politicians, wake up.
Right.
It's like I can't vote, but I will be a voice for this child, for Quinton at at our Capitol if I have to,
exactly.
To make sure that, he's not forgotten. We need to remember him every birthday. We need to remember him on the holidays. Send her when she gets locked up, because I'm telling you this as a woman that was in Georgia prison. She's not going to suffer. She's not going to suffer. She's going to get visits every weekend. She's going to get $60 a week on commissary and probably do 2-for-1s because she's just that shady. Where you sell things out of your locker to other inmates and then they pay you back with 2 instead of 1. She'll do hustles in prison, so she's not going to suffer.
Right.
But we need to make sure that she doesn't forget Quinton.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like, in my opinion, we shouldn't let Nathaniel forget about Timmy.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it's just heartbreaking when a person starts thinking of all of these children. Brett Buffington, was that? Let's see here.
Mississippi Granny, of course you can say something ugly.
Oh, yeah. Freedom
You
of
never
speech
say
here.
anything ugly. You're the
God almighty, right?
Yeah,
Can I say
James.
something funny ugly? Let's do it.
Right?
Of course you can. Where did a 15-year-old get an amount of weapons and ammunition? Should the parents be investigated? This needs
Now
to
I know
stop.
the North Carolina shooter was 15. But was he 15 too?
Oh, maybe I got the two
this
of them.
is the interview. This is the interview where they admit they don't believe they don't believe Leilani's story.
Here we go.
I feel like whatever Leilani's story doesn't add up. Well, I've been talking with the baby's father, with Quinton's father. I've been talking with them all day.
Okay, she's done something here. And I'm going to put this back. Watch how she shakes her bottom jaw.
Yeah.
Like whatever Leilani's story doesn't add up. Well, I've been talking with the baby's father, with Quinton's father. I've been talking with him all day yesterday. And he's already been questioned and they've already.
And the reason he's been questioned is because they said basically that he
came in and took him. Yeah.
The babysitter and the baby daddy.
Yes.
Went to
And
his
what
job
she
and
told me privately, which I'm not going to repeat because it's honestly disgusting. I understand that, you know, the family is trying to come up with their own tinfoil hat theories of what happened to Quinton. But for her to do what she said, what she said to me, which was not entirely true. I mean, it was partially true, but it was not entirely true. But to even tell me that when I am just, you know, I'm a complete stranger to her, really got to me, you know, of the reasoning of why she suspected the babysitter. And it was a medical issue with one of, she said it was one of Diana's children. And it wasn't. It wasn't. It was actually somebody that is not quite related yet. But, you know, to even tell me something like that just really kind of got to, as somebody who has had some female problems myself, you don't put that on blast.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
Exactly. Exactly. What a group.
His home, and Quinton's not there, which is, I didn't think he would be anyway. Why Leilani would even come up with a story like that, I don't even know.
That's your daughter.
Yes.
That's his mom.
Yes.
Have you told
I feel like,
Yeah. Do you want to put that right through one more time, I think?
Yep. Feels like her story doesn't add up. Well, it doesn't.
It doesn't. Still doesn't. I'm going to put
It
it through.
doesn't. Still doesn't.
I'm going to loop it one more time.
whatever, Leilani's story doesn't add up. Well, I've been talking with the baby's father, with Quinton's father. I've been talking with him all day yesterday. And he's already been questioned, and they've already went to his job and went to his home, and Quinton's not there, which is, I didn't think he would be anyway. Why Leilani would even come up with a story like that, I don't even know.
And that's your daughter.
Yes.
That's his mom.
Yes.
Have you told me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Unreal. Absolutely. So if she doesn't buy her own story, then 19 days ago, why does she buy it now?
Well, and that's it. That's
why is she standing by her now?
Yeah.
Now's the time to say, you get your butt in there and you go confess.
Right.
BS that you don't remember because you were on meds, according to her, meds because of her wisdom tooth.
Right. Right. Yeah.
There's no meds unless taken out of control that are going to make you forget. Now, granted, because on my channel I've said, that there's many things in my past that I don't even remember doing. But
put your link in. Put your link in the...
Oh, I will. Awesome. I can't right now, but I will.
I will. Okay.
But yeah, it's like, okay, I was, when I did things that I couldn't remember, I was popping Xanax one right after the other. And so that's why I disassociated because I was high out of my mind.
Right.
Because Xanax actually made me anxious. As weird as it is, at first it worked, but I was on such a high dose prescribed that it ended up making me anxious. And what I would do is I would take one and then forget that I took it because I would still have another panic attack. And so then I would say, okay, I need to take another one and another one and another one and another one.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would go through a month's supply in a week. Yeah. And so that's why I feel that I don't remember a lot of the things that I did, but unless she was really, really abusing drugs and not just taking something for her wisdom tooth, she'd remember.
Yeah, you know, I
So
just
I think it's
that
just
I
a
don't.
matter of time that they take her. They're going to bring her back in for an interrogation, and that's one that we'll review later. You know, after this is all said and done, just like we are with Adam Montgomery, and you know that we'll be able to go back over it and say, haha, there's where they slap down the evidence right there.
Right.
You know, they're going to slap down the evidence of what they have pointing to that specific dumpster. And I find it interesting that they decided to give this interview the same time that social media chatter and rumors started circulating that a neighbor came out saying that they found the Sesame Street onesie or shirt in a trash can at the neighbor's.
Right.
I find it very interesting that that they didn't interview with the news, that Leilani didn't interview with the news until that started. Now, obviously, we don't know if it's true or not, but it just seems awfully coincidental.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's well, there's my dog's whistling for us. Lovely. Don't forget to join. I put your link on there. Darkness Exposed. She gets a lot of information and has a great way of presenting everything.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you do. I really enjoy working with you. I learn a lot. So, yeah. It's
yes. Yes, Maxie. Looks like a drug jaw move. It does. It does. And I've never used cocaine, so I don't know if that's something that a chronic addict gets even when they're sober or only when they're active.
No, it's usually, I used to really like to play with that stuff in my early 20s and late teens, and it is like that's a cocaine move. You almost grind your teeth, and that bottom jaw is constantly going.
Yeah.
And that was the only drug. I experimented quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like, never needles or anything gross like that, or meth or nothing like that. Just the stuff that was around back in the 80s, which was cocaine.
Yes, in the 80s it was. Yeah, that was. And it was not blasé to do either.
No. I mean, now that people, I don't even understand. I haven't touched any of that stuff for like decades, literally. But I don't know how people can even go there at this point when you don't even know if there's fentanyl in that shit.
I know.
It's like, what kind of risks are you taking?
Yeah.
Oh, MDMA does the same thing. Okay.
Oh, it does. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Well, and isn't that true, Beetle guys? We all have a past, and we know never to harm our children or any child, right?
Any child.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
and I even asked that. I said, you know, do you guys physically discipline? And she said, plain as day, when we have to.
Wow. Yeah. Do you know what? I wasn't one that gave lickings either. I sucked when it came to discipline.
See, now I did until my son was 6. Until my son was 6. After that, I completely stopped because I started doing research on parenting. And, you know, I had already done many screw ups in my life. So, you know, that's kind of when I started to transition on, okay, I need to learn more about parenting. And then, wait a minute, I need to learn more about myself.
Yeah. Do you know what? Kudos. Good on you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I had to fight quite a bit, scratch, claw, kick, but I was determined not to be what my mother was.
What your mother was, yeah. Beetle guys, did anyone see the post? The person that's claiming was Zane's babysitter. No, I didn't.
No, me either. Let's see here. So does that mean that Zane had a different babysitter? I love this picture of him.
I do too. That's one of my favorites.
God.
That one and the one that he's laying down on the Minnie Mouse pillow.
Oh, right.
That is just, that's how I want to remember, that picture and that one is absolutely adorable. But the way that we want to remember Quinton isn't in a landfill. And, if his remains may never be found. And that's my problem, is his remains may never be found. So the case has to be built on circumstantial evidence. And
Well,
I think it can be.
I think they've probably got footage of her.
Mm-hmm.
That's my guess. Is that in that trailer court where they...
Well, think about it. Think about how quick, and in that Daily Mail article that you have up, as a matter of fact, they say it, that the way that they cleared Cody, Quinton's father, is through CCTV seeing him go to work.
Exactly.
So if they have truly cleared Danny, then, that was awfully quick that they pulled that CCTV to clear Cody. So if they're pulling CCTV that fast, then they've got something.
That's my thoughts.
It's, the ones that are trying to go with, oh, this is an abduction case, he's not in the landfill. No, they wouldn't allocate $250,000 from school zone cameras, which are extremely big in Georgia. And, because we have buses with cameras and, if you, the stop sign comes out when the school bus is coming to a stop. And if you pass that camera, you're going to get a ticket.
Okay.
So that's a big revenue source for Georgia, because there's a lot of stop sign runners here.
But that's really great for cases. My thoughts are CCTV as well. That's the only thing that makes sense, is that they've got her on camera, because they named her immediately as their...
They did. It was like Billy Joe sent me that message midstream, which absolutely mortified me. And I
was watching that stream.
I fell to pieces after it. I couldn't do it. I tried, and then that's when I was looking in my chat, and they're like, "Oh my God, Ickedmel wants to talk to you. Oh my God, this person wants to talk to you." And I'm like, "Okay." But I wasn't thinking, I was still in my head of, oh my God, this just came up on my stream. Somebody already took it and made a short and said he was recovered, and he wasn't, and, and
no, I seen that pop up and go down. Like I seen all that happen. And when, she gave you the news, is how that happened. She did. And she, even in the texts after that, when I talked to her, she was like, you were the first one that I wanted to tell. Now, let me tell you that same day, just a few hours prior, during our conversation, she said that she was supposed to speak to law enforcement that day. So that came from law enforcement. That didn't come from Leilani. That came from law enforcement. Right. Okay. Yeah. And, she, Billy Joe's been making a fair share of mistakes through this entire thing.
Let's see. Let me answer this. So Mexi says, okay, question. If they have some pretty damning things already, and they have announced her as primary...
numero uno.
Yeah. Primero, I'm probably going to butcher it. Numero uno. And they haven't arrested her. Why do they think she's not a flight risk? Exactly. Well, number one, she doesn't have a passport, so she can't leave the country. Unless she goes out on boat, which I don't see that happening. And I think exactly, Beetle guys, I think they are watching her like a hawk. And I don't think she was the smartest criminal.
No, right?
At all. At all. Because
Well said, Nexie.
there is so much evidence, so much that they can get off a cell phone or off a computer or off a tablet. And it's so damning that, they can, if they've got her on CCTV and she had her cell phone with her, then they're going to have the cell phone ping and the CCTV to confirm that it was her.
Perfect. Yep, that makes sense. That makes total sense.
And they're going to see what size was that trash bag, or, what did she dump?
Exactly.
If it's true that the neighbor found the shirt in the garbage can and somebody said that it smelled like bleach, that I've heard some saying bleach, I've heard some saying chlorine. Well, here's my thing about the chlorine. We know that the pool was green, murky, and you couldn't see into it. So I don't think you would smell chlorine with a pool that's that poorly maintained.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard rumors that they poured bleach in the pool, because they did not maintain it well. Well, if that's the case, are they trying to spin the narrative? And I've said this before, that he fell in the pool, that she panicked and threw him in the dumpster.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or is that truly what happened?
Well, do you know what? It's a good theory because they went straight to that pool, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
It's and that door was open. I don't know why.
And they drained it. And they drained it.
Yeah.
And so they first sent divers, scuba divers,
into a pool. Like, how bad is that?
Yeah. So they sent in the scuba divers, then they drained it. So that means they were really looking at that pool.
Yeah. 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 I'm sure they took samples, right?
Mm-hmm. And according to Billy Joe, the back door was left open from 2 to 5.
And is that until, what is his name, Danny, when he got up to go to work?
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Let's take a look here. I like hearing from the babysitter.
Here's the fact.
More are turning to News Nation.
I see our audience grow.
Thank you for being part of...
I'll just mute that.
Yeah, Vito guys knew Leilani personally. Just FYI.
Okay, I was a little confused. I understand now.
Yeah, Vito guys knew her personally. So, and knew the family personally. Okay. So, yeah.
It has some...
5 o'clock on Wednesday, they got here 1 o'clock. I get to 5:29, and the kid from Danny, the kids are not coming. Leilani is with them. I put okay. Was it a little unusual? Yes, because even when she was off, I had them. She didn't know that we could see her. They sit on the front porch, but if me and the kids, and my kids too, but mine are basically grown, would go to leave, she would be on the front porch smoking, but she would duck and run inside so we wouldn't see her. But I had no problem keeping the babies. Was it for money? No, it wasn't. I charged them. I didn't even charge them for Sky. I charged them for the 2 boys, and it was $15 a piece, $30 a day. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So I text Danny, okay. Didn't hear nothing back from him. I got up. My husband went to work around 7:30. We was outside. My son also lives on this road, so he was going to work as well around 8:30. From 7:30 until 8:30, we was outside. We did not see Quinton. Nowhere. Okay. So then me and my girls, we go to McDonald's. They wanted McDonald's. I live on Chatham Parkway. McDonald's is literally right down the road. On our way back, I get a text from Danny. He says, "Have you seen Quinton?" I said, "No, why?" Well, immediately I called him. And he said they couldn't find Quinton.
Oh, no, thank you. Oh, what a mess.
Now let's go back over. Let's go back over that Daily Mail article of Dad's statements.
Okay. Daily Mail. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is it in your messages?
No, it's the one that you just had pulled up.
Oh, good God. Okay.
But yes, it is in my messages.
I will. There we go. Okay, we'll get back there. I was like, what? Okay. There we go.
And trust me, the inconsistencies in their statements from their interviews on YouTube and between then and now and before and, you know, everything with that the babysitter has said, I mean, there's a lot of inconsistencies, a lot.
There absolutely is. Is there a certain spot in here you want me to check out for you? Yeah, Baba. That he was home, Quinton disappeared. And that he left for work at 7:40 that morning. And he presented alibis, such as CCTV footage. From
Yes,
the
that
guests.
one.
Okay. Now, is that going to be...
Yeah, that's his father.
Yeah.
And so it quotes him in that article. I don't think there's an actual video
okay.
interview, so that'll just be one that you have to read.
So, what are we looking for? Everything fell apart. When he got arrested in that February 2021, when she basically set him up.
Yep.
Is that where you're okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell the truth, she replies. I've already called up there. They have so many different effing recorded messages when you call them. I'm going to tell the truth that you didn't do anything. Unreal. I know, but damn, you shouldn't be lying and everything else. That we be together. Yeah. And everything else, he snapped back. Damn you effing up my life with this, he continued. I got locked up. I mean, effing stupid. Oh my God. Why I am so mad. There should never have been no mother effing charges, he argued. The 5-minute recording also shed light on other aspects of the relationship. At the time, Quinton was about 7 weeks old, and Bubba was still questioning whether he was the actual father. He did take a DNA test, right?
He did, and she actually left the state and went to Alabama, had Quinton, because I've already read that article, so I remember, left wherever they were. So I think they were, I don't know if they were in North Carolina or in Georgia. I think Georgia, but she went to Alabama, had Quinton to make sure that she didn't put him on the birth certificate.
That's right. Yes. I remember that. And he fought, didn't he, too? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, he had the DNA test, and every one of them was high as a kite and drunk as hell, he told the Daily Mail. Leilani was on something. She was crying. When I walked up, she was laughing and having a good time with everybody. It looked like a party.
Exactly. So how can you, so that's an eyewitness, and we have the, you know, all of the other eyewitnesses. How can you party during a time like this?
It's disgusting. I don't get it.
I don't either.
I don't get it. How do you enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
How do you smile? How do you, like I said,
That's
I'd
the
be
press
curled up in the
conference. That's the press conference that's the most critical, in my opinion.
Okay, we'll take a look at this.
Good
Can you
morning.
hear it okay?
Chatham County Chief Jeff
Yeah.
Hadley, and I'm joined today by FBI Senior Treasury Resident Agent Will Clark from the Savannah office. Chatham County Police Department and FBI entered a new phase in the search for Quinton Simon. A short time ago, we began what will be an extensive search of the waste management landfill located here in Chatham County. As with every step we have taken in this case, the need for this search was based on where the evidence led us. We have spent the
That's the thing. I mean, they're getting all this flack, and they can only do what they can do. Can you guys hear everything okay? Hello, guys. How's the audio? Can you guys still hear me? Is the audio okay? You can hear it? Thank you. Very, very much. Darkness exposed. Maybe she just stepped away for a second. We'll continue.
The last several days preparing and deploying extended resources to support the search team and the investigators. And I would like to thank, for a moment, Chatham County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff John Wilcher, Chatham County Emergency Management Agency, Savannah Police Department, Savannah Fire Department, Chatham Emergency Services, and many other agencies that have assisted in getting us prepared to begin our search of the landfill.
Oh, just pause that for a second. Yeah. They have to make sure that I don't forget they're with me. I'm going to just see if she tried to leave. She'd be telling on herself. Devil's advocate here. The state cannot add additional charges for a crime they can't prove happened to begin with. Leaving the country without a passport can be a crime, but a good lawyer can help. Okay. We grew up in the same neighborhood for about 10 years. Okay, okay. Wow, so you've got a pretty good idea as to what the personalities are like. Oh, BG, I'm sorry you had to experience that. I don't know. Why would she do that? Oh, you guys went, okay, the same church. Beetle, too many lies. It's unreal how much stuff was really going on and nobody did a thing. So was it kind of common knowledge out there that this family was messed up? Maxie Danny is obviously the one that handled the babysitter drop off and set it up. You guys know what I mean. So Leilani was awake and conscious enough to let him know to contact the babysitter and tell her. Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You wouldn't need her. Oh, there we go. Hello.
Hello, I'm back. So did you get, was that the entire presser or no?
No, I stopped. I came to see what was
okay.
going on over here, and I had lost you, so we just kind of were talking in here.
Oh, you didn't lose me. I just had a visitor that I had to take care of.
Ah, okay. Did she's trying
And then I
to
accidentally,
use...
and then my phone powered down, so.
Oh, yeah. When, what is that saying? When it rains, it pours. If one thing's going to go, it all goes.
Oh, absolutely.
I swear this was premeditated. Right? Isn't that sickening? Isn't that sickening? What do you think, Joe? Do you think this was premeditated?
It very well could be, especially because of the fact that she favored Zane and not Quinton.
Oh, really?
Quinton was unfortunately, seems like, a victim of middle child syndrome.
Oh, oh my goodness. Isn't it amazing? Like, you know, a person looks back at the way we've lived and things we've had to deal with. You look at this, and this is like a total shit show.
Oh, yeah, this is horror. I mean,
right? Hello,
yeah.
Nano. Nano, I love that. Nano for life. Let's, now that you're back, we'll...
Oh, my fluffy assistant wants in. Hang on.
Okay.
We know that this is...
Just hold off for a second again here. Oh, there's just so much with this case, eh? Yeah. It's just, I hope they have some success finding him after all of this. I hope they have some success. Go.
Well, someone's insistent on saying hi. There, here's your chair. There. She wanted her chair.
That's funny.
It's going to be a physically, mentally, and emotionally grueling task for our investigators and team. Yesterday, our team posted this picture of Quinton here on the wall of this operations center as a reminder of who we are searching for and why we continue to work so terribly hard. We want justice for Quinton just like everybody else, and we want to find his remains so we can give him a proper resting place. Once again, we are indebted to the FBI for their unmatched expertise that they have provided to us since they arrived on scene. Less than 3 hours after Quinton was reported missing. Now I'll turn it over to Senior Supervisory Resident Agent, Mr. Clark, who also has a few remarks.
These guys have to be exhausted.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Unreal.
Thank you, Chief. Good morning, everyone. My name is Will Clark. As the Chief said, I'm the Senior Supervisory Resident Agent of the Savannah and Brunswick offices of the FBI. Throughout our process here, our goal has been to bring Quinton home and to hold anyone responsible for his disappearance accountable. We, along with our law enforcement partners, go into this process with heavy hearts. We did not want to end up at this point, but the evidence has taken us here. We are not just randomly searching this landfill. We have evidence, specific evidence that leads us to this large property. To help in this search, the FBI has brought in specialists
right there.
Monaco, Atlanta, as well.
We have evidence, specific evidence that led us to the landfill, or however he worded that. But I heard we have evidence, specific evidence.
Yep.
Yeah. So, for anybody saying that this is an abduction case, no, it's not.
No, and this is where the CCTV has got to come to play because they are adamant.
Yeah, they are.
Monaco, Atlanta, as well as all of our personnel here in the greater Savannah area. The FBI's evidence response team, which has experience in landfill searches like this, is heading up part of this operation. At this moment, we have dozens of FBI personnel on scene in support of the Chatham County Police Department. We will have Chatham County and FBI personnel in the landfill each day, conducting a systematic search of the debris. This will be a complex and strenuous effort. Searchers will move through the debris placed on the search deck looking for evidence. Once that debris is cleared, it will be placed on the search deck and then removed and then replaced with another section of material. This will not be quick, it will not be easy, and the outcome is uncertain. As the chief said, we want justice for Quinton, and we want to find him a proper resting place. Again, we share the sorrow felt by millions and promise all of our available resources and expertise to assist Chatham County in finding little Quinton.
Oh, this guy's heartbreaking. Look at that. Gives you an idea.
Sure does.
Whoa.
I mean, to look for a 20-month-old little boy.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, we know that at this point, they're not looking for they're looking for very little remains.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put this on. This is last night, I do believe.
Get ready for a Gullah good time at the inaugural Gullah Geechee Heritage Quarter celebration, October.
All new at 6, a total of 4 people are facing charges tonight. They're accused of disorderly protesting outside the home of Quinton Simon. We've reported the 20-month-old disappeared back on the 5th. That's 2.5 weeks ago. Chatham County Police have named his mother, Leilani Simon, the prime suspect in his death, although she has not been arrested. Investigators will continue searching a Chatham County landfill for the boy's body tomorrow morning at sunrise. Now,
what a job they have in front of them.
I know. So that right there,
from our
that's what they're calling the search deck.
So the part,
the big part is what they're sifting through.
Okay.
Bringing it to the search deck, and then going through it piece by piece by piece.
Okay. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Cole, who's learned the police chief is moving these protester arrest cases to the next level.
CCPD says on Friday night, they responded to the home where Quinton Simon was last seen alive for a group of disorderly protesters. After speaking to the group and informing them of their rights, officers left the scene without making any arrests. Police tell us a short time later, officers responded again to Quinton's home, this time because 3 protesters were blocking the driveway, preventing someone from leaving. Police.
You know, this is where I think things have gone when it gets to this part
Mm-hmm.
and these behaviors. This is where I start not agreeing, you know, with that's not how you protest.
Yeah.
Say after the protesters refused to leave, officers arrested them. John Boatwright, Wanda Boatwright, and William Garrett are facing charges of disorderly conduct. Saturday, another protester was arrested after police say they banged on the doors and windows of Quinton's home. Kimberly Taylor was booked in the Chatham County Jail on criminal trespass charges with a $1,300 bond. After learning of the weekend arrests, police say Chief Jeff Hadley started an internal investigation. He referred the cases to the Office of Professional Standards to be reviewed this week. According to police documents, the OPS's main role is to investigate all complaints against integrity. They serve as fact finders and deal with anything from excessive absences to use.
I had no idea he had done this, but you know what? Cover your butt.
Yeah.
Use of force instances. In Chatham County, I'm Andy Cole, WJCL 22 News.
Yeah, cover your butt. Like I say, I don't know. Everybody's got opinions as to what's okay and what's not okay with this. So as far as this part goes, I just hope that it stays, everybody's looking for Quinton and not paying as much attention to the activities around.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You know, So let me see.
I agree. Well, my love, I'm going to hop down. Wow, we've been
Yeah.
almost going 2 hours.
I know, I just realized the same.
I've got, and it went by so quick.
Well, thanks for jumping up. I mean,
you're welcome.
and-
I'll be, is it okay if I say I'll be live at 8?
Of course.
Okay. So I'll be live at 8 tonight. And we should have audio issues fixed by then. So, and then we're going to go over everything and dissect it piece by piece and go over some of the inconsistencies that I found because I'm still finding more. So,
right.
yeah.
I'll put your link in the description.
Okay.
And I'll throw it into chat again.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Love you all. Bye.
See you later, skater. Okay, guys. So this is Darkness Exposed. I'll throw that in there again. So, yeah, we'll just finish up with chat here and I will jump off. That time flew. Like I say, I just think this is great. I love having the think tank. FBI are doing. I can't imagine being an FBI agent doing what they're doing. Oh, right, Nano? Oh, my God. It's awful all the way around. Yeah. Still here. Okay, Mississippi, thank you. Yeah, it does. It's just, this is the most heartbreaking thing ever. Did Leilani give a statement to Ellie about the landfill, or did Leilani say something to the family? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know the answer. I don't know. How about you, Beetlejuice? Do you have any idea? For her to sit there and say all that BS on WTOC while they dig through trash and right? Mexi, or did law enforcement alert family about the landfill first? That's the thing. Or is there cameras? Like, I'm wondering if there's CCTV. No, I don't think that's a peaceful protest, Nano. I agree with you. You know, like I say, I don't want to place judgment anywhere, but I find it disturbing actually to see, because it's not really about Quinton when this starts. I get frustrated, I really do, but the kids and elderly in the neighborhood don't deserve that either, right? Kids don't need to hear, no, they don't need to hear those things that could cause issues on them. Very well said, Beetle guys. Very well said. Y'all covered more than WTOC. Well, it's just kind of nice having everybody here and being able to, you know, look at everybody's views and get some more, how do I want to put that? Another piece to the puzzle. Like, what one person might say might totally be a different thought that'll fill in a hole for somebody else. We'll see you later, Beetle guys. Thanks for being here. It was great to have you. And come back anytime, all the time. Nano, I used to protest a lot on an issue that I held close to my heart, but it was always quiet. Peripheral protests. Yeah, you see, I do think there is a proper... I'm not against protesting at all. I'm not. Anytime. It was really nice having you, Beetle. Very nice. So, yeah, the protesting. Oh, it's just, I find, yeah, it's disturbing. Yeah, it's great. We've had a couple new faces in here this time, and really nice to meet you all. Please do come back. And I think I'm going to jump off. We've been nattering about this for about 2 hours now. If anything breaks, you know, let's hope they find Quinton or anything. I'll jump back on. And that kind of goes with the other cases that we're covering here as well. You know, there's been some stuff moving with Dylan Rounds, so I might do something on him later as well. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you more than you know. And I will absolutely see you guys in the next one.